actually behave this one.
ठीक है नहीं नहीं मम्मी ऐसे खड़े हो देखना है
You also forgot it. Right? I do have a like
Too big for our temple.
It doesn't make that sound. This small one makes it very small. Yeah. I have like little big one, but I'm gonna like do it for like a round from outside. For inside, it's like my.
Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Aarati Kashoba
Jaya Shri Krishna
Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajatacharya Stotra Satashishila His Divine Grace Abhay Charnaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki ISKCON Founder Acharya BBT Founder Acharya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajatacharya Stotra Satashishila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Srila Prabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki Shri Shri Rup Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopala Bhattadas Raghunath Sadguru Swami Prabhupada ki Vartaman Acharya Vrinda ki Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Vaishnava Guru Shri Shri Sampradaya ki Shri Shri Radha Krshna Gopa Gopinath Shyama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगामाई यमुनामाई की भक्ति देवी तुलसी देवी की संवेद गौर भक्त वृंद की ट्रांसजेंडर बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की हरिनाम संकीर्तन की ISKCON Ottawa संडे फीस्ट प्रोग्राम की ताल गौर प्रेमानंदे All gurus to the assembly devotees. All gurus to the assembly devotees. All gurus to the assembly devotees. All gurus to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Guru Radha. All gurus to Shri Prabhupada. Shri Prabhupada ki jai.
की जय।
गौर भक्तवृंद जय अवतार की जय।
Hare Krishna everyone, welcome to our Open Door Sunday Feast program here at 212 Somerset Street East, the home of our 12 deities, Shri Shri Gaura and Gaura ki Jaya. So as we do it every Sunday, we are asking if there is anyone coming for the first time, because we have some gifts for you. If anyone could raise a hand and we could distribute some gifts. Okay, nice. Oh, Dulal, right? Welcome. How did you find out about our...
First of all, I searched in Instagram, but is there any ISKCON temple in Ottawa?
Nice. Google, yeah. But we met last time, and
Yeah, we
you
met
said that
yesterday.
you attended other ISKCON temples in India, right?
Yeah,
Welcome. Nice to have you. So yeah, we just had a worship ceremony, we chanted for the deities, and next in our program is a class based on Bhagavad Gita, based on scriptures. And today's speaker is His Grace Maruta Prabhu. He already gave class once, but just a short introduction. He's a disciple of His Holiness Danagar Goswami Maharaj, and he met devotees in India, and after moving to USA, he was a full-time monk for 4 years in Kansas City, doing all types of temple services and preaching. After getting married, he and his wife moved to Montreal and started working in an IT company. In Montreal, he did book distribution and japa sessions. He also assists his Guru Maharaj in acquiring Vedic scriptures and transcribing his lectures. And I can say that Maruta Prabhu is a very sincere devotee. His main service here, apart from all other services, is to distribute books, and he's doing it very successfully. Just bringing people to the temple and distributing dozens of books. So, yeah, please welcome Maruta Prabhu. So I guess we will be reading from Bhagavad Gita, and Maruta Prabhu asked if we could distribute a couple of Bhagavad Gitas so people could read the verse, right? Can we ask everyone to move a little bit forward? We expect many people to come and to give them some space.
Would you like to give Bhagavad Gita copies to someone you think you can know? Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari 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 Gopi Jana Vallabha
We'll read, those who have the copies, you can open page number 1. We'll read some invocation prayers. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manavishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sudre Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Thank you so much. Today we will read from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, text 46, page number 108. Page 108, chapter 2, text 46. Word by word. Yavan Artha Udapane Sarvataha Samplutodake Tavan Sarveshu Vedeshu Brahmanasya Vijanataha Yavanarda Udapane Sarvata Samplutodake Tavan Sarveshu Vedeshu Brahmanasya Vijanataha Yavanarda Udapane Sarvata Samplutodake Tavan Sarveshu Vedeshu Brahmanasya Vijanataha Yavanarda Udapane Sarvata Samplutodake Tavan Sarveshu Vedeshu Brahmanasya Vijanataha. Would somebody like to chant?
Yavanartha udapane Sarvata samplutodake Tavan sarveshu vedeshu Brahmanasya vijanata
Yavanartha udapane Sarvata samplutodake Tavan sarveshu vedeshu Brahmanasya vijanata.
Mothers? That's okay. Sarvata samplutodake vijanataha. We'll see the word-to-word meanings. Yavan, all that, Artha, is meant, Udapane, in a well of water, Sarvataha, in all respects, Samplutodake, in a great reservoir of water, Tavan, similarly, Sarveshu, in all, Vedeshu, Vedic literatures, Brahmanasya, of the man who knows the Supreme Brahman, Vijanataha, who is in complete knowledge. Translation: all purposes served by a small well can at once be served by a great reservoir of water. Similarly, all the purposes of the Vedas can be served to one who knows the purpose behind them. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The rituals and sacrifices mentioned in the Karmakanda division of the Vedic literature are meant to encourage gradual development of self-realization. And the purpose of self-realization is clearly stated in the 15th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. 15:15. The purpose of studying the Vedas is to know Lord Krishna, the primeval cause of everything. So, self-realization means understanding Krishna and one's eternal relationship with Him. The relationship of the living entities with Krishna is also mentioned in the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. 15:7. The living entities are parts and parcels of Krishna. Therefore, revival of Krishna consciousness by the individual living entity is the highest perfectional stage of Vedic knowledge. This is confirmed in the Srimad Bhagavatam 3:33-7 as follows. We'll stop here and we'll continue the purport a little later. We'll see the verse translation again. All purposes served by a small well can at once be served by a great reservoir of water. Similarly, all the purposes of the Vedas can be served to one who knows the purpose behind them. We'll try to understand this step by step, line by line. Bhakti Raghav Maharaj came like 2 weeks ago, a week ago. He was saying that most of the people in the ancient times, they used to live in villages. And in the villages which are not close to the rivers, there used to be several wells. Not just one, several. One well is used for bathing, one well is used for drinking water, because they cannot use the same well for bathing and drinking water. One well is used for irrigation or some other purposes. So there used to be several wells. But if they have a river nearby, nobody goes to the well. Because the river, it's a great reservoir of water. It serves all the purposes. For bathing, one can bathe their cows and buffaloes also. Have you seen in India? Somebody who has gone to India, you see, they take bath, they wash their clothes there, they drink. It's the same. But it is not contaminated though. When the water is flowing, there is no contamination. But in a well, it is stagnant, so there is contamination. They cannot use the same well for all the purposes. So that's why they need several wells. But if there is a great reservoir of water, then there is all the purposes solved by all the wells can at once be served by a great reservoir of water. Similarly, Krishna is saying this analogy. This is how Krishna speaks. In order to explain things, Krishna uses several analogies. One of the analogies is like this. And then he says, all the purposes of the Vedas can be served to one who knows the purpose behind them. So now we will say, what are all the purposes served by Vedas? Vedic literatures. Right?
The Vedas to realize our self-realization and like teaching many things. The way we have to live the life.
Yeah. So basically the Vedas can be divided into three parts. First is, Prabhupada explains in the first line of purport, like Karma Kanda division. There is Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, and then Upasana Kanda. Karma Kanda means worship of several demigods for some material profit, for wealth. For example, one needs some wealth, he is recommended to worship some particular demigod. If a man wants a good wife, he is recommended to worship particular demigod. Do you know who is that? Huh? What? Lord Shiva? Urvashi? Urvashi is not a demigod. Yeah. Yeah, generally it's recommended to worship Lord Shiva. And those, for a girl, it is recommended to worship Goddess Uma or Parvati to get a good husband. So there are several things, several purposes solved by the Vedas. By worshipping different demigods, all those things. And then Jnana Kanda. Jnana Kanda, where people read all the scriptures and try to realize the self and attain liberation, moksha, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. That is Jnana Kanda section. And there is Upasana Kanda section which teaches about pure devotional service of the Lord. And Upasana Kanda section of the Vedas is considered the purpose behind all the Vedas. The purpose, Krishna states, Prabhupada explains here that in the second line, the rituals and the purpose of self-realization is clearly stated in the 15th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, 15:15. What is 15:15? Can anybody remember? Sarvasya chaham riddhi sannivishto matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha vedescha sarver ahameva vedyo. The line vedescha sarver ahameva vedyo means yeah, by studying all the Vedas, I am to be known. The other day we were discussing, if somebody reads all the Vedas, he should definitely know Krishna, because it is the ultimate purpose of reading all the Vedas. If he misses that point, Krishna, then all the purpose is lost. For example, the other day we were discussing in a class, right, on Saturday, that if someone reads Ramayana generally, Ramayana can be told in a very short version, like in 2 minutes, but it can be said in like 2 months also. A very long story. If someone hears the entire Ramayana for 2 months and asks the speaker, whose grandfather is Sita? Whose grandfather is Sita? That doesn't make any sense, right? So if somebody asks that, then that means what? He didn't understand anything in Ramayana. So similarly, if somebody reads all the Vedas, but he did not understand who is Krishna, then all the purpose is lost. So Krishna is saying, Prabhupada is explaining here, that so self-realization means understanding Krishna and one's eternal relationship with Him. Now, in this line it says, we all know that self-realization is the ultimate aim of life. Is that true?
No.
Self-realization is the ultimate aim of life. Self-realization, the word self-realization means realizing the self. But what is Krishna doing here? We just want to know ourselves. What is the role of Krishna there? We want to know ourselves, right? That is the ultimate goal of life. Then
We also belong from something, somewhere. So as you said, like we are the part and parcel of Krishna.
Yeah.
So we have to know the roots.
We are not the body, we are the soul is only half the story. The other half of the story is that we are not just the soul, but we are part and parcel of Krishna, the eternal servant of God. That is our true identity. We are the soul and also an eternal servant of God or Krishna. That is our true identity. For example, those if you want to see yourself in a mirror. You have your eyes. If somebody needs a glass, they can take the glasses, and you have a mirror in front of you. Can you see yourself? You can? You don't need anything else? What do you need? Alec?
Big mirror.
Big mirror? So okay, you have a very big mirror. The whole complete wall is a mirror. And can you see yourself?
No, just body. You can see your body.
Okay, can you see your body?
Yeah.
You don't need anything else?
Light.
You need light. You have your eyes, your body is with you, you have a mirror in front of you, but still you cannot see yourself without the help of light, right? In a dark room you cannot see your hands. Well, if you don't have sight, you don't have, your eyesight is good, but still you cannot see. Because we need light, we need sunlight or electricity, some light. So similarly, in order to identify ourselves, in order to know the true identity of ourselves, we just don't need our eyes. We also need Krishna. Because, as Prabhu said, the real identity is we are part and parcel of God, or Krishna. So that is the ultimate aim of life. If we take out Krishna or God in our lives, everything is like we are trying to do something, or we are trying to know about ourselves, but we are not that. Unless we know who we are, how can we know what we should do? Right? Everybody has to have an aim of life. It is generally said in English, there is a proverb that a man without an aim of life is just like a big ship without a governor? Tanker? Rudder. So if the ship doesn't have a rudder, it has a good engine, can just keep on driving, but nobody knows where it goes, right? They cannot go anywhere. So similarly, every man without any aim of life, nobody knows where he goes. I have one bitter experience when I was in India, when I was going to my college. My hometown is in Hyderabad, and then I was planning to go to New Delhi, which is around how many kilometers? 1,000 kilometers? Yeah, 1,000 kilometers by train. So it takes around 30 hours. So I packed all my luggage, like 2 big suitcases, and I was ready with a backpack, everything. And I saw the train in India, like maybe 10 years ago, not so much. So I got into a train. Generally they give a blanket and a sheet, pillow cover, water bottle, everything. So I took all of them and spread the sheet, put on the blanket. I made friends with co-passengers. I asked so many questions and they also asked me so many questions. Everything is good. I ate my lunch and dinner. And then I put on my headphones, listening to a song, and went to sleep. After like 2 or 3 hours, the conductor, the ticket collector came. I confidently gave the ticket and he said, "You're going in a wrong train." In nervousness, I asked him, somehow or other, can we go to the same destination, like Delhi? He said, "Are you a fool? Just get out of this train in the next station." So then, from then I realized that before becoming very busy in life, one has to know, like before going anywhere, one has to confirm that if this train or if this path is going to the same destination we are wanting to go. So similarly in our lives also, before becoming busy, nowadays if you go on the streets, ask somebody to take a book or chant Hare Krishna, generally the common answer is, we don't have time. That's okay. Being busy is good. It is much better than being idle. But before becoming busy in our lives, one should know where we are going, right? Just like I did. Before setting up my bed, before making friends, before talking to so many people, I should have confirmed with 2 or 3 people. Of course, who do we confirm? We confirm with. I actually asked one person, but he also said, "Yeah, this is the train." Before getting into the train, so I should have asked the right person, right authority, where the train is going. So similarly, we take knowledge from Krishna himself, from God himself. What is the way one should lead one's life? Otherwise, becoming busy in life doesn't solve the purpose. We will go to a different destination without knowing where we are going. So setting an aim of life is really important. So what should be that aim of life? Here Prabhupada is saying, the self-realization it should be the ultimate aim of life. Everything material will not last, as we know. Forget about everything that we possess. Our own bodies do not last. The money we get, the money we earn will not last for sure. The relatives we make, the friends we make, they will not last. In Facebook, I saw a poster several years ago. Like a person was carrying some cash in his bags and going to the graveyard. And the security at the graveyard says, "Sir, please, no baggage." We cannot take our money, we cannot take our relatives, we cannot take our friends, we cannot take this body at all. Right? Krishna also says in the 2nd chapter, I don't know the verse, Krishna says somewhere that everything material, for everything material there is no endurance. For everything spiritual, there is no... What does it say?
No end.
For everything material there is no endurance, means it will not last. Everything material will not last forever. But everything spiritual will last. So whatever devotional service or whatever activities we try to do in relation to our true identity, those are the only things that last. So Krishna is explaining clearly here. Like I said, one can worship demigods or gods. Nowadays, generally speaking, I mean not about us, but commonly religion has become a kind of another type of sense gratification. When I was in Mayapur, one of the Swamis, he said that nowadays religion has become like a pickle in a Bengali lunch. Like Bengali lunch, we have so many items, 3 or 4 sabjis, puris, rasgulla, and so many chutneys and everything. But if they do not have a pickle, the taste is missing. So religion, generally people go to God to ask for something. But Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada explains it again and again, real religion or real devotion to Krishna means not what we can get from Krishna, but what we can give to Krishna. Of course, we can get also from Krishna, but it should be either way, right? For example, a husband works very hard during the day and goes to his home very tired, and his wife says to him, "My dear husband, I love you so much." And the husband says, "Nice, thank you so much, I love you too. Can you please make some dinner for me?" And the wife says, "No, I cannot make anything for you, but I can love you so much." Because it applies to both husband or wife. So that is not actually true love, right? That is only just in lip service. But the real service is, real love means doing something in action, not just some lip service, or not at all like going to God and asking for any personal profit. Of course, Krishna says that those who come to him, even for asking for some material profit, is also very rare. Chaturvida bhajante ma jana sutkritina arjuna. There are 4 types of people that come to God. Krishna says, one is ardo jigyasur ardhardi jnani cha bhartarshava. One who comes for wanting material gain. One who is inquisitive to know about God. One who is in distress, he comes to God to get relieved from the distress. But the 4th kind is one who is in knowledge. And Krishna says in the next verse that among all the 4, the one who is in knowledge of me and who worships me is the best. Of course, Krishna says again that any kind of worship or anybody who comes to Krishna for any with material motivation is good. But among all the 4 kinds of people that come to Krishna, Krishna says one who is in knowledge is the best. And everybody, in the beginning, everybody has some material motivation. That is, generally people go only when they are in distress or when they want to get some material profit. But even they, if they have a sincere desire, they can become a pure devotee of Krishna. They can get rid of all the material motivations. Prabhupada told a story. Once the speaker was speaking about Krishna, like how Krishna was in Vrindavan. He used to wear very very valuable golden ornaments, jewels, diamonds, and among the audience there was a thief sitting because he stole something from somebody's house and he tries to escape, and he somehow or other went into the gathering in the crowd to escape. And the thief he thought that, okay, let me just listen to this. He was listening carefully to the speaker, and the speaker was going on explaining how valuable the jewels are, the diamonds are that Krishna wears in Vrindavan. And the thief was listening. Oh my God, looks like someone named Krishna. Must be a rich guy. If I steal this person, all the diamonds he's wearing, that's it. It's like a lifetime settlement. Why not I do this and end all my stealing practices? So he thought, okay, he listened. Where is the address of Krishna? And the speaker was saying that he lives in Vrindavan forest. He always spends his time with his friends and all. So the thief went to Vrindavan. He did not know that Krishna is God, but he had firm faith in the speaker that he believed that, okay, if I go to Vrindavan, I will meet this Krishna. And the speaker also told that Krishna is only 5 or 6 years old child. And the thief thought, wow, this is a jackpot. I can just steal all the money, it's a baby. Maybe I can just tell him some stories and take away all the ornaments. So he had firm faith in that. Firm faith, and he always searched for Krishna day and night. One who is greedy. In one of the verses, Rupa Goswami says that one who wants to attain pure devotional service, he has to be really greedy to serve Krishna. So, or to see Krishna. So this thief is also, although he did not have much knowledge about God, he was very, very greedy to see Krishna and to steal all the valuable jewels from him. So because of that intense desire to see Krishna, Krishna actually appeared before him. And then just by seeing Krishna, having darshan of Krishna, he lost all the material motivations and he became a very nice devotee. And also in Bhagavatam we have seen the story of Dhruva Maharaj. He had a material motivation in the beginning, but when he sees Krishna, when he had darshan of Krishna, he gave up all such things. He regretted why he was having so many material motivation. And there is another example. I was speaking in some other day that during Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's time, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is spiritual master of Srila Prabhupada. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was recruiting so many young young and old devotees in India. Recruiting in the sense they are joining his ashram. Among them, those who are coming to the temple, many of them were retired soldiers of Indian Army. And that time, during Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's time, the British was ruling India. So the Britishers really became alarmed. Why is this person gathering all retired soldiers? Because they are very curious and they were very feeling unsafe, because they were thinking that maybe this person is gathering all the soldiers, retired soldiers, and trying to wage a war on us. So they sent one spy. He's an Indian, and they sent one guy who was working for Britishers. Okay, you go, you listen to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur carefully, each and every point. What is he saying? What is he? How is he motivating all these people to come and join him? And especially the soldiers are joining. It is a great threat to our government. So this person, he did not want to become a devotee at all. He just went. He used to listen to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur very, very carefully. And then, after listening for a few days, he left the job with the Britishers and he became a devotee disciple of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So in the beginning we may have so many material motivations, but by performing pure devotional service, and first thing is by hearing carefully, attentively, one can become a pure devotee of Krishna. Nashta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. Abhadra in Sanskrit means all the impurities. We all have so many impurities, unlimited number of impurities. But how do we get rid of all of them? By hearing about Krishna, by chanting or hearing. It all begins with hearing attentively about Krishna. So, self-realization, coming to the point that self-realization means Krishna in the center. Otherwise there is no self-realization. Self-realization and God realization go parallel. If there is no God, there is no self-realization. Because that is our true identity. Krishna speaks that in some other verse. After all, everybody in this world wants to be happy, right? Everybody does something, whether a devotee or a non-devotee, whoever it is. Everybody is doing whatever they are doing in order, because they think they are happy, they will become happy by doing that, right? In order to be truly happy, Krishna gives a formula. We will open text chapter 2, text 66. I will read the Sanskrit. Maybe Alec, would you like to read the translation? There is a,
Sure.
I'll read the Sanskrit first.
Let me find it.
Okay, page number 125. Page number 125, chapter 2, text 66. Nasti buddhir avaktasya, na chayuktasya bhavana, na chabhavayata shantir, ashantasya kuta sukham.
One who is not connected with the Supreme in Krishna consciousness can have neither transcendental intelligence nor steady mind, without which there is no possibility of peace. And how can there be any happiness without peace?
Yeah, thank you so much. I'll read it again. Or please give him the microphone, Prabhu. Maybe.
One who is not connected with the Supreme in Krishna consciousness can have neither transcendental intelligence nor a steady mind, without which there is no possibility of peace. And how can there be any happiness without peace?
Yeah. So everybody is looking to be happy. Forget about next life. You want to be happy in this life, isn't it? So Krishna gives the formula. We will go from back to front. First the last sentence. Krishna says, how can there be any happiness without peace? So, in order to be happy, one has to be peaceful. Peace actually, where does peace, is that a thing? Where does it exist? It exists in the mind. Peace of mind, right? Mind has to be peaceful. Peace means not just everybody is calm and quiet, silent. That is not peace. Mind has to be peaceful. Is that true? Do you all agree?
Yes.
Peace and still is a attribute to the mind. And the last but second sentence says, now a steady mind, without which one who is not connected with the Supreme can have neither transcendental intelligence nor a steady mind, without which there is no possibility of peace. So in order to be peaceful, one has to have a steady mind. Right? And how can one get a steady mind? One can have neither transcendental intelligence. So one should have a transcendental intelligence. Everybody says, yeah, we have intelligence. But Krishna says, one should have a transcendental intelligence. And how can one get transcendental intelligence? One who is connected with the Supreme. Because that is our true identity. As long as we are not reinstated, or at least not working towards, going towards that position of realizing that we are servant of Krishna, the servant of God, one cannot have transcendental intelligence. Now, what is transcendental intelligence? Everything should be a question, because if you want to understand everything clearly. What is transcendental intelligence? We understand intelligence. What is transcendental intelligence? Or we can say purified intelligence. What is the way to purify our mind?
Chant Hare Krishna.
Chant Hare Krishna. Yeah?
Action in Krishna consciousness.
Action in Krishna consciousness. Yeah? Mantra. The word, Sanskrit word mantra means, man means mind. Tra means which liberates or which delivers. So a chant that delivers the mind is called a mantra. That's why we chant mantra. But it's not just a mantra, it's a Maha Mantra. So by chanting a mantra, there are several mantras, unlimited number of mantras. But especially Hare Krishna mantra is given in all the Vedic literatures. Lord Brahma told Narada Muni that Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. How many words? 16 words, 32 syllables. So Lord Brahma told Narada Muni, Iti Shodashakam Namnam, Kali Kalmasha Nashana. These 16 word mantra, or the Hare Krishna mantra, is the only way by which one can counteract the sinful reactions of Kali Yuga. And there is no other way. After observing or after reading all the Vedic literatures, a mantra cannot be just like religion, or God cannot be manufactured. It's not a... People nowadays are too much habituated with democracy that they think they can even elect a God. But unfortunately, God is God forever. That position is already taken. It's not that if we don't like this God, we'll go to the next God, a second God. Just like if we don't like the Prime Minister, we can bring him down by voting against him, right? But that is not the case with God. Unfortunately or fortunately, there is only one God, and He is fixed. That position is already taken. Nobody else can come into that by our votes. It's not, Krishna is God not because some millions and billions of people are believing in Him. It doesn't matter whether one believes in somebody or not, right? So, for example, Mr. X is President or Prime Minister of Canada. It doesn't make any sense that someone comes up and says, I don't believe in that he is president. It doesn't matter. He's a Prime Minister. It's a fact. So Krishna consciousness is entirely scientific and factual. It has nothing to do with anybody's belief. Even thousands and millions of billions of people believe in somebody as God, he doesn't become God. Right? Is that true? It's not that billions of people all over the world are believing in Krishna, that's why he is God. He is God because he is God. And how do we know who is really a God or not? Because nowadays there are so many incarnations, so much chaos going on. Every day people will manufacture incarnation of God. How do we know that? Who should tell who is God? Is that a good question to ask?
Yes.
Spiritual master. Okay. Prabhu.
Can I say the six, he has the six opulences. And so,
Six opulences.
And he should be able to show his Virat group.
Yeah. Yeah, if somebody claims to be God, the Krishna says, actually when one who reads Bhagavad Gita, some of the concepts will be crystal clear. Because Arjuna did not listen. Krishna never told Arjuna that I am God and you just fight. That's it. It's only 2-word instruction. But Krishna said those instructions in 700 verses. He explained everything. And not that he explained, Arjuna challenged him in many ways. For example, Krishna told Arjuna that I told this science before you to Vivaswan, sun god, some millions of years ago. Arjuna asked, what? You told this to Vivaswan millions of years ago? But we are of the same age, bro. Because Arjuna and Krishna are all almost of the same age. So he challenged Krishna. How is that you told Vivaswan millions of years ago? We are of the same age. That is a challenge. And when Krishna said, I am the Supreme Lord, Arjuna asked, can you show me the Virat root? And Krishna showed it. So if somebody claims to be God, claims himself to be God, one should ask to show us the universal form. So, yeah, from this verse, in order to be happy also, one has to be connected with Krishna. Yeah, we are coming to that point. So one can purify one's mind. Do we have time, Prabhu? Yeah, in order to purify one's mind, one does chanting Hare Krishna. So I asked the question, what is transcendental intelligence then? What is purified intelligence? How can one purify intelligence? One can purify the mind by chanting a mantra. Okay. How can one purify one's intelligence?
Using those intelligence to service of Krishna.
Okay. How do we do that? Practical. We are only speaking practical things that everybody can do.
Serve Krishna.
Serve Krishna. How?
Whatever.
Devotional service.
By reading the books, we cannot purify our knowledge.
Yes. So intelligence is purified by studying about Krishna, by studying or hearing about Krishna, or reading about Krishna. So that's why Krishna has provided us with so many books. Transcendental intelligence, transcendental knowledge. So one who reads about Krishna or the words of Krishna, like Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Krishna, and Srimad Bhagavatam is about Krishna, spoken by his devotees. So one who reads anything about Krishna or something that was spoken by Krishna, one can purify his intelligence. One can purify his mind by chanting the mantra or the holy names of Krishna. So then one can be peaceful. When the mind is controlled, the mind acts as one's best friend, Krishna says. And when it is not controlled, it acts as one's greatest enemy. So we think somebody is our friend, somebody is our enemy. Actually speaking, everything is in our minds. So if somehow or other, if we control our mind and senses, and it is very easy. It's not that, unlike in ancient times, one has to go to Himalayan caves or Himalayas or the forest and do meditation. That is not possible now. Kriteya Dhyayito Vishnu. The type of meditation is bona fide, but it is not practical in this age. We hardly live for how many years? 70, 80 years. After 80 years, forget about remembering Krishna. We don't even forget our own names. Eh? So many people, like, after 80 years of age, people forget everything. They forget their own names. But there is no possibility of remembering Krishna. So generally, lifespan has so much reduced. In the first age, which is called Krita Yuga, the meditation on the super soul was recommended. Dhyana Yoga. There are so many types of yogas. First is Karma Kanda. Then there is a step-by-step process actually. Karma Kanda, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, and on the top of the list is Bhakti Yoga. And one need not go through all types of all the steps. One can directly come to Bhakti Yoga. It's not that one has to go step by step. But Krishna is saying in that verse, Yoginam api sarvesham madgate nantaratma shraddhavan bhajate yoma same yukta tamo mata. Krishna says that of all types of yogis, one who constantly remembers me is the best of all of them. All types of yoga. So, in other words, Bhakti Yogi. And the fundamental principle of Bhakti Yoga in this age, we were talking about that verse. In the first age, Krita Yuga, where people used to live for how many years? 100,000 years. Can you even imagine? 100,000 years. We hardly live for 100 years. 100,000 years. Valmiki, the author of Ramayana, he did that kind of yoga for how many years? 60,000 years. 60,000 years he did that dhyana yoga. That is not possible now. We don't have such a long lifespan. We cannot even sit for 5 minutes. Can we sit for 5 minutes? Just not talking or not. Once there is a joke. A teacher told his students, okay, please don't remember anything about chimpanzee for the whole day. And the students were in the Kali Yuga. Don't ever remember or take the name of chimpanzee at all. And all the students were so much absorbed only in thinking about chimpanzee. Because we can, whatever we don't want to do, we do the same thing. The children. It's flickering. Arjuna also asked the same question. That when Krishna told to practice such type of yoga, dhyana yoga, Arjuna said, Chanchalam hi mana Krishna, Pramati balavadridam. Mind is so stubborn, chanchalam, very flickering, stubborn, strong, and cannot be controlled. Why do you ask me to practice such difficult things? So it is not possible for Arjuna, what to speak of us. We cannot even sit for 5 minutes without thinking anything else, right? And that's why in the next age, what is the next age? There are 4 ages: Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga. In the Treta Yuga, the process was fire sacrifices. Tretayam Yajato Makar. The process was fire sacrifices. That is also not possible in this age because we need to have pure ghee, pure brahmanas, those who can pronounce all the mantras properly. That's not possible now. We are sending all the cows to slaughterhouses. But there is no possibility of having pure ghee. Dwapare Paricharyayam. In the Dwapara Yuga, the process was exclusive deity worship. In the Krishna book also, when Krishna built Dwaraka, the city, he also built so many palaces. And the next thing he did is, it comes in the Krishna book, he installed Lord Narayan's deities in each and every home. Because that was the process in that age. Deity worship of Lord Vishnu. But that is also not possible. In order to deity worship, one has to be very clean and pure. So many things, so many rules and regulations. But it's not possible. So what is the process in this age? Kalau tat hari kirtanam. In this age, just simply by chanting the holy names of the Lord, one can get all the benefits derived from all the processes in the other ages. One has, that's what, if you go to the original verse we were reading, text 46, the next thing he says is that, this is confirmed in the Srimad Bhagavatam as follows. O my Lord, a person who is chanting your holy name, although born of a low family, like that of a Chandala, dog-eater, is situated on the highest platform of self-realization. Such a person must have performed all kinds of penances and sacrifices according to Vedic rituals and studied the Vedic literatures many times after taking his bath in all the holy places of pilgrimage. Such a person is considered to be the best of the Aryan family. So it's not that only those who are born in the Brahman families are given more importance. Krishna says here, those who chant his holy names, Krishna's holy names, although born of a low family, is situated on the highest platform of self-realization. I'll tell you a story. When Prabhupada went to India with his disciples, mostly from Western countries, one of his disciples from America is a white-bodied devotee, and he was touring around Vrindavan, and he went to one of the 6 prominent temples in Vrindavan, and the pujari, who was born in a Brahmin family, he looked at this devotee who was chanting the holy names and said, wow, that's good, you're chanting these names. After chanting these names for so many lifetimes, you will get a chance to take birth in a Brahmin family like me. You're so proud. And the devotee said, okay sir, thank you so much. And he went to Prabhupada and he narrated the story. And Prabhupada, when he heard the story, why did you just come like that? You should have told him that after taking birth in such Brahmana families for millions and billions of years, you will get a chance to chant the holy name of the Lord, and you will take birth in the Western world in a devotee's family. So it's not that becoming a devotee is not a small thing. Those who are chanting the holy names of Krishna, it should be understood. Krishna, I'm not saying this, Krishna is saying this. Those who are chanting the holy names of Krishna, it should be understood that they have done all the Vedic rituals. They have performed all the Vedic rituals. They have studied all the Vedic literatures many times. And they have taken bath in all the places of pilgrimage. They have already done all this preliminary process. So that means that, going back to the translation, they know the purpose behind all the Vedas. And all the purposes served by studying the Vedic literatures will be served by knowing the purpose behind them. The purpose behind the Vedas is to know Krishna. We'll just finish the purport. So one must be intelligent enough to understand the purpose of the Vedas without being attached to the rituals only, and must not desire to be elevated to the heavenly kingdoms for a better quality of sense gratification. Yeah, this is a good point. Like, what are heavens? What is a heaven? Heaven and hell, this earth, they are all in the same universe, material world. Heaven is not a spiritual world. Heaven should not be the ultimate goal of life. It's like the whole material world is like a prison house. But is heaven also in the prison house then? Is heaven in the prison house? Yeah, heaven is also in the prison house. Then how come they get so much very nice facilities in the heavens? Just like in the prisons, those who are VIP prisoners, you know about VIP prisoners? Like for example, a prime minister is accused of some criminal case. He will be put in the prison, but he will be given a different treatment. Do you know that? Those are like VIPs. They are also prisoners. It's not like they're completely out of the prison. They are also prisoners, but they are given some VIP treatment in the prison house. They will be given some TV to watch inside the prison. It's not completely free. So similarly, heaven is also in the prison house, but with some better facilities. They are also prisoners. I was reading a quote, I think somebody posted it on the WhatsApp or something. There are so many prison houses built by man where every person who goes into the prison, he wants to break out of the prison. He wants to escape. They employ so many good lawyers to get a bail or come out of the prison. But there is one prison house, even after making people understand that you are in the prison house, nobody wants to get out. What is a prison house? The material world. This is also like a prison house. Even after understanding so much, even after understanding that we are in the prison house, nobody wants to get out of this prison house. That is the illusion of Krishna. Muhyanti yatsuraya. Even the demigods are in that illusion, not just we. So even the heavenly planets are in the same material world. So that should not be the goal of life. There is another world. Krishna explains, Parastasmatu bhavanyo vekto vektat sanatana. There is another spiritual world. These are not stories for children, to put them to sleep. These are real, factual statements spoken by Krishna himself. Actually speaking, Krishna is in control of everything. We are only his servants, whether we believe it or not. It's not that atheists are not servants of God. They are also servants of God. Whether somebody believes it or not, we are only a servant. We can never become a controller. We can never become a controller or enjoy it. I'll just tell one small story and we'll finish. Just like, it is very interesting to note that every action, our own body, our own hands, our own senses are not in any way under our control. For example, if I have to hold this book, lift this book, I am not the doer actually. I only desire to do things. I do not know what switches to turn on in the mind that will send the impulses to the muscles in the hands and they will lift the book, right? We do not know all the mechanism, but still it is happening just by my desire. Who is doing that then, if I am not doing it?
Super soul.
Yeah, there's nature. Karya karana kartrutve hetu prakriti richate. Krishna says in the 13th chapter that all the material causes and effects, the cause is prakriti, nature. Have you seen in the Bhagavad Gita, in the hardbound book, like people with the strings attached to their hands and legs? There are 3 women in the sky playing with them.
Yeah.
So, like puppets. Even our own bodies are not under our control. For example, I will tell you a story. If a child, have you seen a toy car in which children play? They push the steering, they push the accelerator, they push the brakes, and they wave at people. I'm driving a car. But actually, if you look, take a closer look, who is actually driving the car? His father is sitting in the corner and controlling the remote. And the child thinks he is actually driving the car, toy car. And that is for the children. And the adults who is sitting in the real cars and they think that they are actually driving the car. Like in the hardbound Gita, like a puppet show, the demigods are controlling the activities of everybody, even the adults. So that's why nothing is under our control. We think we follow all the traffic rules, we follow all the regulations, we think we can avoid an accident. No, nothing is in our hands. And the interesting thing is, even the demigods sometimes think they are the controllers, they are doing things. But in Bhagavatam, there are several stories where demigods also fail. They do not understand that Krishna is ultimately in control of everything. Krishna, God, is in control of everything. So there are different levels of consciousness, different levels of being trying to be controller or enjoy it. Thank you so much. We will end this now. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for coming.
Hare Krishna. So thank you so much, Maruta Prabhu. He's a real Krishna soldier. I think today he cooked the Sunday feast, and he was prepared to be on the altar to do the Aarti and give the class afterwards, and so he's very, very eager. There's quite a few devotees like this within our temple that are always very eager to speak about Krishna, and they can talk for hours, right? And there's never a dull moment for sure. So please take advantage. For some of you who are coming new or for the first time, we have regular activities here happening at the temple. Every Sunday at 3 o'clock, the program starts. And we have morning programs every morning at 4:30 starting, going till about 7:30 or so. You can come at any point in the morning to participate in those. We have some activities. Friday nights is Kirtan night. Monday evenings we have Bhagavatam class on Zoom. Thursday evenings there's a Gita class also on Zoom. There's a Harinam where devotees go and chant outside on Wednesday evenings. So if you would like to learn more about these activities, then you can subscribe on our newsletter. We have a weekly newsletter where everything is described there. All the events are posted there. And maybe I'll take a few minutes right now to just tell everybody about a very special upcoming celebration which is coming, which is Sri Krishna Janmashtami. Right? So this is Krishna's birthday. This is a very, very big event on the Vaishnava calendar, and it's coming up this Wednesday. And starting at 4 o'clock, darshan will be available. So this means that the curtains will be open. You can have guests coming and visiting the deities. And we'll have an official program that is going to start at 6:30. So from 6:30 all the way to 12, 12:30, 1 o'clock, it's going to be a whole party, whole celebration. So we invite you all to come, participate and celebrate. Bring gifts to the Lord as well. It's His birthday, so if you have anything that you would like to bring and offer. I think there are some sponsorship opportunities. So if devotees would like to find out how they can contribute, there's many items. Dresses for the deities, there's prasadam preparations, there's many things you can connect with. I think we have a list that has been compiled, so we'll post it. And so that's happening this Wednesday, and we'll actually close off the whole street. We got permission from the city to close off, well, not the whole street, just this block, right? The street's long, just between Henderson and Nelson. And so we'll have some tents that are going to be set up. We'll have some chairs. I think we ordered about 150 chairs or so. A few tents. We'll have a stage. We'll have a kirtan. There will be an Abhishek ceremony happening outside. And we'll also have the swinging of Elijah Gopal. And you can offer flower petals too. So last year we had something like 500 devotees came through the evening. So it's a small temple all through the night. And so we really would like to host our guests as nicely as we possibly can. Prasadam will also be served outside. And so please come if you can, and invite your friends, invite your family. It's a big celebration. We'd love to see all of you there. The following day will be Srila Prabhupada's Vyasa Puja. So this is our grandfather, our spiritual master, the person who has brought this wonderful spiritual knowledge, the essence of the Vedas, here to the West and all over the world. And so we celebrate for those of us who are, seriously taking vows and have been practicing in this movement for many years. This is a very special occasion. Unfortunately, it's a working day, right? Because Thursday is a working day. But those of you who are able to come, it will start at 10:30 and go till about 12:30, 1 o'clock, noon or so. So you can come and participate in that. And then, last but not least, we have our Ratha Yatra that's coming September 16th. Does everybody know about the Ratha Yatra? Yes? Yes. So this is also, that's our second annual Ratha Yatra. We did one last year. And it's a chariot festival. Lord Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra are going to be pulled by chariots, starting at the bottom of Range Road in Templeton. And we'll go all the way up Range Road, down Laurier, and then turning on King Edward, coming down Somerset Street, stopping hopefully in front of Sri Gaura for a bit, and arriving at Sandy Hill Community Center. And so there we'll have a whole space that's set up with big tents, and we'll have some scheduled activities, some dance, some kirtan. We'll be invited some dignitaries to come in and participate. We'll have children's activities, something for everybody, essentially. So, as you can imagine, to put on a festival like this, some preparation is required, and some resources are also required. So we really do depend on the generosity and support of our community members to be able to make this happen. If we want to make this an annual thing, do it next year and the year after, then we're hoping to try to see whether we can arrange for some sponsorship. Last year I think we prepared prasadam for about 1,500 people, and the plan is to do at least that, if not a little bit more this year. So if you'd like to help by sponsoring some items for the food preparations, or maybe even purchasing some items. I don't know whether purchasing items is this a still possibility for Ratha Yatra to Maruta Prabhu? Yes. Yes. So if you would like to participate in this regard, I would invite you to connect with Dina Gaura Prabhu. He's going to be coordinating the preparation of the prasadam with the rooms. So those are some of the items. Anything else, Krishna Seva Prabhu, that I can mention in terms of sponsorship? Yes.
We need volunteers for Janmashtami as well.
Pardon?
Volunteers.
Volunteers for Janmashtami and for Ratha Yatra. That's right. Thank you very much. So last week we talked about this also, Balaram Jayanti. There were some devotees that stayed for a meeting afterwards, and there was lots of enthusiasm, but we do need volunteers to help us, like serving some of the items that are going to be there for prasadam, to help us maybe greet our guests that are coming, to help maybe outdoors setting up some of the tents and tearing down. And the most fun stuff is the shift that's at like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. Like if we can get some enthusiastic volunteers to come for that, to clean up, right, and help us do that, that's just the best, okay? So you had a chance to do that, it's great. Because you have a whole high of the whole night, and then at the end with your brothers and sisters, you just, closing up the evening. So this is for Janmashtami. We will need at least about 10-15 volunteers to stay behind afterwards and help us close that up. And some devotees will be preparing, going home to prepare cooking the next morning for Srila Prabhupada's Vyas Puja. And same thing for Ratha Yatra. We need a lot of volunteers, minimum 40-50 volunteers to help us with that. There's departments that are like security, for instance. When the chariot's going, we need 2 people on each side, maybe 2 other people, and somebody in the front and the back to make sure that safety protocols are being followed. We need some devotees who are looking after in the park, making sure that maybe sanitation is taken care of, garbage, how that's looking like, setup of tents, tear downs, decorations. There's decorations of the carts, decorations of the premises on site there, as well as tear down. And for that, we need like 20-30 devotees to help us with that. And usually the festival finishes at around 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. And the more hands we have, the quicker we can put everything away. So we are also giving community service hours. If you know any young ones, high school students, or anybody like this who's interested in community service hours, they want to participate, then please get them to get a hold of us, get in touch with us. Anything else? Could you announce that? That'd be great, thank you.
Sorry, I know everyone is looking into Kirtan and dinner, but one last announcement. So, since Janmashtami is coming this Wednesday, we are thinking about doing a big Maha cleanup of the temple tomorrow. It's civic holiday, so if you could come and participate, help us. So we are looking into cleaning temple inside, outside, all the windows, kitchen, washrooms, and maybe cutting the grass, and so we can accommodate and welcome people, at least 500 coming on Wednesday to the clean temple. So lots of service opportunities tomorrow, starting from 10 a.m. at least half a day. Please come and join us. We hope to have a bit better attendance than last time. It was about 5 people came, so maybe tomorrow if we have at least
7.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
All right, let's get up and do some kirtan. Hare Krishna.
Loading the trailer.
You have one.
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta
Namaste Saraswati Gauravani Pracharine Yadisisa Sinyavadi Asmitaya Satarine Namaste Saraswati Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Professor such Sri Srimati Divine Grace, Basic Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki, Om Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Pariyam Vijaya Sri Srimati Divine Grace, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Vijaya Maharaj Ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Amacharya Srila Haridasa Ki, Prem Sikho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Prabhu Ki, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunja Radha Kunja Giri Govardhan Ki, Vrindavan Dham Ki, Mathura Dham Ki, Navadvip Dham Ki, Jagannath Puri Dham Ki, Nagpur Dham Ki, Ganga Maya Yamuna Maya Ki, Tulsi Devi Bhakti Devi Ki, Sankirtan Yagya Ki, Samavit Bhaktivinoda Ki, Gaura Premanandi. All glories to the Assembled Lord. All glories to the Assembled Lord. All glories to the Assembled Lord. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gaura. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So the curtains are going to close shortly. So if you'd like to take some darshan, close and personal, feel free to do so. Then prasadam will be served. Hare Krishna.
Did your daughter start singing? I think last time was she was going to water. This is She just woke up.
Hi Krishna, nice to see you.
How are you?
Good. I see your face from time to time on the side of a truck.
Yeah. Right
I brought them already. They're in the car. Unload them. 5 or 6 of them. You have to remember the nice new ones you bought. You have 2 of those? No, I have 2 in my car.